Yamagarinda, Gangayad Manjambaraba. Hello, how are you? My name is Manjambaraba. That is my tribal name, given to me by my great uncle Paul Spearham. My birth name is Alkira Field. I come from the lands of the Gomeroi people, the people of the red sands and the black soils. I would like to acknowledge the Darug people, who are the traditional caretakers, owners of this land. I would also like to pay my respects to all other traditional owners of the Gadigal Nation. I'd like to pay my respects to the elders of the past, the present and the future. I'd also like to pay my respect to the ancestors of the now, then and to come. I'd like to acknowledge and pay my respects to the lands, to the dulus, the trees that sway to the sounds of the winds, to the gully-bargay, the waterways that nourish our roots, to the jigara, the animals that walk beside us on the lands our feet leave footprints on, and to the Miriguna-Galangariba, the stars in the skies up high that guide our ways and tell us the stories of our dreaming. As we take our next steps on country, may we walk in the footprints of our ancestors. This land always was and always will be Aboriginal land.
Hello and welcome to the 2022 CareerTrackers Gala Awards. I'm Shawnee Chobra and I'm honored to be your host. I join you from Gadigal country and acknowledge the Gadigal people and elders. I would also like to acknowledge my people, the Girmay, Kalgurun, Pirapira and Kukiyalanji people, as every day I walk in my ancestors' footprints on this great land. Wherever you may be watching from, welcome to this celebration of Indigenous excellence. This is a special day. While we can't all be together, it's important that we all come together as a community to celebrate the achievements of some amazing young adults. These are people who have excelled within the Career Trackers program and who are setting themselves up for successful professional careers. 8 awards will be presented, including the prestigious Intern of the Year and Alumni Excellence Awards. We'll also meet Career Trackers' new CEO, Jennifer Ma Young, and hear about her passion and her vision for the future. And we'll talk to a student and alumni who are part of the Career Trackers community. The award nominees, winners, and students that we hear from today are the present and the future. They will go on to build Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander representation across all industries of employment, and then be the ones to nurture, mentor, and inspire the next generation. We'll hear many stories that show all of us what can be achieved through not only hard work, but investment in education. So let's get the 2022 Gala Awards underway. First, let's welcome current Career Trackers student Connor Ryan and alumni Courtney Webb. So I'm here with Courtney and Connor. Hello. How did you find out about Career Trackers?
Well, my sister was part of the program. She started, I believe, as she started university, which is where I am now. She got an internship with a really good company in the field she wanted to. Yeah, it was a pretty good experience for her, and she spoke wonders of it. So I knew I had to sign up as soon as I could, which was when I signed up in year 10. Now I'm just finished year 12, about to start uni, and pretty excited for what it holds.
And how about you, Courtney?
I was at Charles Darwin University at the Indigenous Centre there, just speaking to one of the ladies, and she mentioned Career Trackers, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just, Google that later. And I Googled it and I thought, this is too good to be true. And then soon enough, my advisor called me and told me a bit about the program, and I was like, you know what, why not? So I joined GHD, and that's where I did my first, second, third, fourth internships.
And why did you get involved?
There are a lot of opportunities that are presented to us that our grandparents, ancestors, mum, dad, auntie, uncle never received. I'm doing it for them, and it's something I really want to take advantage of and see how much change I can make for the future generations.
Why did you get involved?
I got involved personally to see what the future would be like for me if I went down the current path that I was planning, which at the time was law and commerce. So I switched my pursuits, and through talking with some of the alumni and contacts that Career Trackers got me in touch with, I was able to identify a more engineering route that I'd like to take, and that's currently what I'm trying to pursue.
So Courtney, you've traveled a fair bit around the country, and you've always been employed. How does that work?
I've completed a couple of internships around the country. I started out in Darwin in the business development and marketing team with GHD. I spent a semester abroad in Norway, came back and would move to Albury Wodonga. So I started an internship in the Melbourne office, but this time with the engagement, communications and communities team. It's been really great to be able to have some sort of stability whilst moving around the country. And GHD have just been, and Career Trackers have both been so supportive in helping me move around and dabble in a few different areas. And yeah, they've really let me explore and find an area of work that I'm really interested in.
So Connor, how has Career Trackers helped prepare you for uni?
Definitely in identifying the correct pathway that I want to go down. Obviously, uni's not free, and no one's paying for me, so I want to minimise as much time in there as possible. And obviously getting to work in whatever field I desire as soon as possible. And they've helped me explore a lot of different options before I settled on my newfound engineering background. And apart from that, as well as that, talking to different alumni in those fields, it's a lot less daunting than I actually thought it was. I thought it was very, very focused. You can't have a life. But yeah, in speaking with them and hearing their experiences, you get to understand that you can actually have a life as well as studying, even if it is a double degree like I'm going to pursue.
And how does that feel to hear Courtney's story?
Hearing that she was able to move around quite freely and still access her benefits of the internships as well as university, of course. Even when she travelled abroad, that's quite an opportunity to be presented with. And yeah, I'd like to try and pursue that as well.
So Courtney, you've travelled a fair bit. Where did you grow up?
Yeah, I have done a little bit of travelling, but home for me is Tea Gardens Hawk's Nest. So that's Warramai country, about an hour north of Newcastle. And there's only about 2,000 to 3,000 people there. The tallest building's 3 stories high. It's a very small town. And I guess coming from that kind of small town, I never really dreamed of working in a big city like I do now. But it's super cool, and I hope one day that I can bring my little cousins along and show them what else is out there.
So Connor, I heard that you do triathlons. Now tell me, it's always fascinated me to do a triathlon one day. I don't know if I'd ever do one, but how hard is it?
It's quite hard, dependent upon the distances because they are changeable. It's a skill set for anybody, and of course it has 3 different disciplines in order: the swimming, the bike riding and the running. Get some training in the morning, then going to do some work. It sets me right for the day and keeps me healthy.
So Courtney, do you have any hobbies?
I sure do. I love taking our 2 dogs to the beach, and we love going for swims.
What's their names?
Leo and Lenny.
Leo and Lenny.
Yep, we've got a golden retriever and a Hungarian Vizsla, and they're so much fun. So when we visit Teagarden Stork's Nest, we always take them for a couple of swims up there. Other than that, I love doing CrossFit. I've just gotten into that. So much fun. And hanging out with mates.
So Courtney and Connor, thanks very much for sharing your stories, and hopefully one day we'll see you on the front cover of Nutrigrain box or something as the new Iron Man with all your triathlons.
Maybe.
So thank you guys, and we'll talk soon. Now it's time to get stuck into the reason why we've all come together: to recognize the outstanding work and contributions of the Career Trackers students, past and present, and those involved in the program. The first award to be presented is the Project Excellence Award. This award is jointly presented to an intern and their manager. It recognizes that a manager has provided an intern with an opportunity to deliver a project of great significance to their business. And when an intern has risen to the challenge, making a lasting contribution within their sponsoring company. The winner of the Project Excellence Award is
Kinji's worked on a variety of ecology-related projects from across Australia. Kinji came in as an intern in 2018 and has really built a great foundation of experience leading up to this point where she's a really valued member of the team.
I first heard about Career Trackers through other Indigenous students at my university. So I'm a Tiwi and Rimbunnanga person. Being on country gives me a really strong sense of fulfillment.
It's important to give someone like Kinji opportunities. It's recruiting from perhaps a different pool of people, different bunch of skills and different passion that we've found through Career Trackers and through finding Kinji.
I have a great love for ecology and entomology, so being able to do those in practice is really fulfilling.
From the very first day we met Kinji, it was obvious her enthusiasm for ecology and entomology meant that she was going to build a wealth of experience pretty quickly, and she did.
The team that I work with at GHD are all very open and friendly, welcoming, warm, and so that was something that really helped me to feel comfortable from the get-go. And the award is a great recognition of all the hard work that I've put in over the last 3.5 years. It feels great to be acknowledged.
Our next award is the Community Spirit Award, which recognizes an intern who demonstrates an outstanding commitment to their individual community. This intern is a role model for future generations and is an active, positive influence within the Career Trackers community. The winner of the Community Spirit Award is
So I'm Mitch Odegaard. I'm a Larrakia man from Darwin. I'm currently finished 2nd year civil engineering at the University of Adelaide and currently interning at KBR in the water and environment team, so I've been interning here for 2 years now. Mitchell's initiative and enthusiasm for the program has directly led to a high number of referrals and student registrations to the program. All of this advocating is done without being asked and without seeking recognition for it. He is a very valuable member of the Career Trackers community and actively participates and engages with fellow interns to promote a supportive and welcoming community. That feels, unreal. So reading that warms my heart in terms of how people think, the effort I go to, the extent that I support other students. So Career Trackers I found out about in Year 12, and since then it's motivated me to want to finish university, and it encourages me to speak up about issues I have. Young Aboriginal STEM Thinkers is a program that helps high school students think about the opportunities within STEM, and it just starts their STEM conversation and journey for their future. At the end of last year, I put my hand up to help support the program, and I know a lot of people do a lot of things for me, so if I have an opportunity to give back to somebody else, I'll take that opportunity. And mentoring is important to have because it helps you guide your own track. It's a big world out there, you kind of don't know which direction to take.
Now I would like to introduce CareerTrackers CEO, Jennifer Ma Young. Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
I joined CareerTrackers late 2021 in and around December, so I've only been there a few weeks. In terms of my personal background, I'm Aboriginal and Chinese heritage. My mum's Aboriginal and my dad's Chinese. And I grew up in a small town on the mid-north coast of New South Wales on Biripi country.
Wow, it's beautiful, yeah.
Yeah.
Jennifer, what drew you to CareerTrackers?
It was an opportunity to give back in a sector that had given me so much. I experienced firsthand the benefits of support from Indigenous people, and this opportunity gives me a chance to support other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students coming through. The CareerTrackers role really aligns with my values and brings together all of my experiences working across government, across the corporate sector. So I'm really, really happy to be here.
Why are you passionate about working in this space?
The education space is a really, really personal and positive one. And for those reasons alone, it's a great place to work. It's a real privilege to be able to work with passionate people who are committed to the success of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students, and nurturing and supporting them as much as we can to help them succeed.
So you were the first in your whole family to go to university?
Yes, I was. I finished school and left home, went off to university. I had no idea what I was doing, but thankfully I persevered, and the people around me gave me the self-belief to continue, and I ended up attaining 2 undergraduate degrees.
So Jennifer, tell us something that no one knows about you, like the music or the food you like, or hiking or anything.
One is that I'm a twin.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, and it's one of those things that surprise people when they find out. And the other thing people don't know about me is that I can play the piano.
We've actually got a piano here.
Yeah, I don't have anything at my fingertips, unfortunately. Maybe next time.
Another thing I heard about you is you run a book club.
I do, Sean. It's not a very professional book club. It's mums from the local area. Our kids all go to the same school. We regularly get together, connect, take a little bit of time to ourselves, and sometimes we read books.
Why are these gala awards so important?
At the end of the day, it's about celebrating success and commitment and hard work. For those reasons, it's really important that we do that. And sometimes it's very easy to forget to acknowledge the people that have supported you. You know, there's a long road ahead, but where you've got to at this point in time is good enough, especially after the years we've had. The last 2 years have been really tough, and all of the students are doing internships, and they're doing them via Zoom under the most extraordinary circumstances. Makes it all the more important to just stop and take stock, really.
What is your vision for CareerTrackers?
I'm very, very keen to empower our team to support the success of our students and to walk side by side with them on their own personal and professional journeys. You know, I remember somebody who said to me once that if you want to support, nurture and grow a strong sense of identity and culture, you're more likely to do that in prosperity than in poverty. And I want to activate that alumni for the greater good. And I know that they're keen to do that as well.
Great talking to you, and we're really excited about the CareerTrackers future.
Thanks, Sean. So am I.
It's time to announce our next set of awards. The Intern Manager of the Year award is nominated by interns and presented to a manager who demonstrates the highest level of professional and personal leadership. This intern manager is a role model and has contributed to the professional development of their intern. The winner of the Intern Manager of the Year award is
My name is Elvis Soiser. I'm the Customer Solutions Manager for the GPT Group in Brisbane. I didn't expect anything like this. I do it because I want to do it, not because I'm going to get an award. You know, just making sure that these young men and women are equipped with everything in life to make them succeed makes me happy. And if I've made a difference, just a little bit of a difference, that makes me even happier. I treat them as if they were my own sons or daughters. You know, I try and guide them in life, especially in the working life, because in the working life sometimes things can be hard, you know. And so what I say to them, and when they first come over, I say to them, okay, first of all, you're going to be shadowing me for the next, I don't know how many months. All I want you to do is still with your ears and your eyes, just listen and look and see how I talk to people. I wind them up something rotten. No, I don't. Actually, I do. I joke with them, make them feel comfortable, tell them that no question is a stupid question, because at the end of the day, they're here to learn. And if they don't ask questions, they don't learn. I think education is the main thing for any person, regardless what your background is or whoever. Look, at the end of the day, I'm very proud of every single intern that comes and goes from here.
Our next award is the Business Coordinator of the Year award, which is nominated by the CareerTrackers program team and is presented to a coordinator at an employment partner who has excelled in the end-to-end delivery of the program. This business coordinator has a profound presence in their local network and has helped shape the program by their example of excellence and coordination. The winner of the Business Coordinator of the Year award is
My name is Melanie Grills and I'm a Goolmorra woman from Moray, New South Wales, and I'm the Indigenous Programs and Participation Lead at ACOM.
My name's Claire Gilmartin and I'm the Business Coordinator for Career Trackers here at ACOM.
My connection to culture, it's a bit like a song that I think I'm still learning the words to, and also doing my bit to be part of the community that I live in now. Being not based in the same location and having had to work remotely, respect and honesty and support are really the key elements of our relationship, and that's really evolved over the last couple of years. I think Claire brings a lot of the support and energy to the program that's required, and then I feel like I'm a bit of the litmus test from a cultural perspective as to, you know, where we need to sort of push harder or pull back and that kind of thing.
So I would absolutely agree. I think Mel and our strengths complement each other really well. We're a bit of a yin and yang in that regard. Career Trackers has really deepened the understanding of the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples within our organisation. Without Career Trackers, I think that ACOM would be nowhere near as far advanced on that journey as we are. I think all of the work that we've put in over the past couple of years has really come to fruition. We've had some great outcomes for our undergraduates and our alumni, and I'm really proud.
I'm really passionate about the identity conversation as well that I think is missing sometimes for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. You know, I guess recognition from my people and my community is my North Star. So winning an award from an organisation that exists for mob is a huge accolade for me.
It feels so nice to be recognised by a broader organisation in terms of the work that we've done. I think, yeah, award or no, I'd be feeling really, really happy with the outcomes we've achieved.
Our next award is the Partnering for Excellence Award. This award is presented to a partner who has worked to enhance the student's experience in a unique way. The participant has thought outside of the box and demonstrated leadership in their decision making. The winner of the Partnering for Excellence Award is
Hello, my name is Lita Clark. I'm the manager for Rinka Student Services at Uni SA. My role is looking after 8 staff, and we have a number of staff on each campus that work directly with our students to support them through their journey coming into university and hopefully through university life and then to employment. Well, I'm a proud Aboriginal woman from Naju in Western Australia. I've been living on Kaurna country for 30 plus years, and it's a great privilege to work here. For me, culture is really important. It keeps me grounded and also connects me and keeps me spiritually connected as well. We have seen students really start to take on board the benefits of working with CareerTrackers. I think the component with industry is a really important one. So having the opportunity to build our industry partners in South Australia has been very important and a great success. Very proud to be able to see students start off and then finish their journey and seek employment even before they've graduated. It's a wonderful achievement to be recognised. Makes me very humble, very honoured. I was most surprised to receive the news. It came out of the blue, that's for sure. I'm just doing my job.
Well, wherever you're watching, I hope you're enjoying it. I'm back here with Connor and Courtney. Connor, you were involved with the high school program. How has that helped and shaped you?
Well, it's given me a really good opportunity to expand my skill set in talking with people. I was quite introverted in high school, especially in the early years, and that kind of shapes who you're meant to be, I feel, for a lot of people. And so it gave me a new opportunity to start afresh, put myself out there, and make a new name for myself. And it's a really good way for me to connect with mob, because there's not many programs around me that allow me to do that. So, yeah.
And Courtney, you're involved with the Graduate Accelerator program as being an alumni. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so the CareerTrackers Graduate Accelerator program is a new program, and it's got 10 or so people involved in it in the past year. So the goal of the program is to help build leadership skills so that one day, hopefully, we could be represented in those leadership positions, because as you may know, there's not many Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people in leadership positions today.
So Connor, you've already started an internship. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I'm interning with Commonwealth Bank. I'm in the everyday banking sector, and it's quite an enjoyable experience. It helps me learn not only like the soft skills of how to format an email, how to talk to someone appropriately in a business manner, but it also gives me an insight that a lot of my peers in or just joining university, they won't be able to experience for at least 4 more years. So it's a really, really good opportunity for me to experience corporate Australia and what such a big company like Commonwealth Bank is like, because it has 40,000 employees. So
40,000?
Yeah. So it's a good opportunity for me to see the inside working.
So Courtney, tell us how CareerTrackers has helped with your professional development.
They've been awesome. They've helped me build up so much experience in the short time that I've been working with GHD. I've built a support system, a network across the country. I've been able to be mentored by some incredible people, a lot of technical knowledge, industry experience, and engagement skills. So all of these things have made the transition from being an intern to a graduate absolutely seamless, and I've just felt so supported the whole time, so it's been awesome.
And what are you hoping to achieve in the next 5 years?
I'm really enjoying the work I'm doing now. We work a lot with Indigenous communities in Western Sydney, and so I guess for the next 5 years I'd love to keep learning and growing in this space and building relationships with community and learning from our people and the oldest living culture in the world. I think it's such a privilege that I get to do this kind of work. So I'd love to keep working in this space and grow and work with the younger generations and hopefully get more young people working in this space too.
And Connor, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ideally, I'd like to be gaining more industry knowledge. That'd be a really good opportunity for me to expand my skill set just after university. And then I think the real goal for myself is to open my own business. I've got an entrepreneurial spirit, I think, and CareerTrackers has helped foster that, believing anything can come true. So I don't like to call it a dream, I like to call it a goal, because I do have definite ways that I could get there.
And finally, Courtney, what's your advice to young Indigenous students?
Have a go, and if you need help, ask, because there's so many people who are more than willing to help and share their experiences and knowledge. And if you do need guidance, there's always your uncles and aunties and mum and dad and nan and pop to lean on. So reach out to them and talk to your ancestors and get in touch with that spiritual side. Find someone in the same boat as you, because it's always much easier to go through something if you've got someone right there next to you.
So thank you, Courtney and Connor, for joining us on the Gala Awards. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now it's time to present our final awards, including the most prestigious, the Intern of the Year Award. This award is presented to and recognizes an intern who has demonstrated all-round excellence in the 3 pillars of Career Trackers: university, internship, and community. The caliber of nominees we had this year was phenomenal, and I'd like to congratulate each and every one of you. This year's Intern of the Year has exceeded expectations in their degree and internship, and is an active and impactful member of the Career Trackers program. This intern has displayed the qualities and attributes that will see them become a future leader in the Career Trackers alumni network, and no doubt an inspiration and mentor to future generations. The winner of this year's Intern of the Year Award is
My name's Marcus Trousnix. I study at UQ doing law and arts. I currently work at DLA Piper, who I was connected with through Career Trackers, and I'm a proud Bundjalung and Waka Waka man. I think I was nominated for this award because of what I've been able to do with DLA Piper for the Indigenous community. I've had the opportunity to advise on their Indigenous employment procurement policies, to work on some really interesting pro bono matters that affect Indigenous peoples. And I've also been the co-author of an article in Lawyers Weekly that chronicles the plight of people who don't have birth certificates in Australia. And unfortunately, Indigenous peoples are often within that category. I participated in a cadetship at the top-tier Australian law firm, King & Wood Mallisons. Following that cadetship, I was offered an opportunity to be on their inaugural First Nations Youth Council, which is a 2-year tenure and the first of its kind for any law firm in Australia, so that was super cool. I have been an active participant in a student-staff partnership at my university to create a new elective for law students that chronicles the interactions between Indigenous peoples and settler legal systems. I had a separation from country and culture in my family history, but coming back to a community of young Indigenous people who have similar stories to me, where I've always been proud of my Indigenous identity, I now feel that belonging, and it's thanks to the people and the peers that I have been put in touch with through Career Trackers. My involvement in Career Trackers means everything. It has given me so much professionally and personally since I found them, and has changed my life immeasurably. My most proud achievement has been my nomination for this award. It's by far the biggest achievement of my life. I'm so proud, and I'm so grateful, and I can't wait to see what I'm able to do with it going forward.
Congratulations, Marcus, very well deserved. Our next award is the Alumni Excellence Award. This award is presented to a graduate of the Career Trackers program who is excelling in their career, promoting their overall vision of Career Trackers and paying it forward by being a positive role model for the next generation of Indigenous professionals. The winner of this year's Alumni Excellence Award is
It's so overwhelming to be able to be recognised for work that I've done that I just think is normal. On my mum's side, I'm Yabali from the Pilbara region, and I'm also Yamaji from around Geraldton. And then on my dad's side, I'm Nyungar, so Balladong Nyungar, so definitely not a city girl. So it's been quite a journey. I teach administrative law at Curtin Law School to second-year law students. and it's really exciting to be able to inspire our next generation of future lawyers. This year I did a lot of research at Curtin Law School into native title and water law, specifically water licenses and traditional owners. What's really, really important for the government to do, in my opinion, and what my research has found, is to have traditional owner merit appeal rights to water licensing decisions. And this is really important because it will enable traditional owners to be able to have a say on decisions that impact them. And I presented this research at the National Environmental Law Association conference this year in October, and it was really good to be able to be a voice for our people. I was awarded the John Monash Scholarship for 2022, which is equivalent to a Rhodes Scholarship or a Fulbright Scholarship to study at the University of Oxford in England. So I'm hoping to go there this year to study a Master of Business and then also law. It's just so important to be able to celebrate the achievements of what the Career Trackers program is about, and to recognise that when you come through such a program, you're able to achieve and succeed. And I think that's the main thing, being a place that connects other Indigenous people with the same goals and the same aspirations, because historically, all of our people have been dispossessed. And so now when you see all of these altruistic programs that go to help Aboriginal people, it's good for people to remember that's because in the past, Aboriginal people were excluded. So to see that change amongst my generation, from good government policy, implementation of that policy, and also the support network of non-Indigenous people to champion these things as well as Indigenous people, is really valuable. The achievements that I've accomplished are not achievements on my own, and they're achievements because my elders have fought so hard and so long to have rights and to pave a path for generations and for people like me to be able to follow in that.
Congratulations, Emma. It's now time for the Mark of Excellence Award. This award is presented to an intern who demonstrates excellence in their internship and promotes a healthy and active Career Trackers community. This intern is a Career Trackers ambassador who has a positive and impactful relationship with their fellow students, their manager, and their university. The winner of this year's Mark of Excellence Award is...
My name is Patrick. I'm currently in my 5th year of law at the University of Sydney. I'm super excited to be here because I've been nominated to receive the Mark of Excellence Award. Honestly, I wasn't expecting it at all. I feel very honoured and humbled to even be, considered for the award. Having that recognition, it really affirms, that I'm doing the right thing, and I'm very proud of the things that I do, and hopefully one day will achieve. My family are descendants from the Stolen generation, but we now know that our mob are the Ngadjuri people from Tarawi, South Australia. Being aware of that sort of intergenerational trauma that is associated with it, I know that it's had a profound effect on my family, myself, and other victims too. Now we need to play a role in sort of fixing that and helping others on the path towards reconciliation. I'm just sort of very proud of myself for having gotten through university. I know it's a difficult path for many Indigenous students. There's a lot of barriers to finishing your degree. I was honestly in high school just to have fun, be with friends. I didn't really have any high-end aspirations. And now looking back on it, having nearly finished my double degree, it feels so long ago, but it's also something I'm very proud of, to be able to look back on and sort of realise that, yeah, I've made it this far. I mentor other high school students and I really sort of challenge them, what does success look like for you? Yeah, obviously it's good to go out and get a job, but you need to find something else that's important to you, something else that drives you and gives you meaning in your life. And for me, helping others achieve their dreams, that's something that's really important to me. There's different paths, there's different journeys, and you got to make sure you reach out to the right people who have taken that journey before and learn the best way to do things so you can find and pursue your own dreams.
Congratulations to all our award winners and to those who were nominated. There's some truly amazing work and talented individuals within this community. We couldn't do it without you and your support. Everyone plays such an important part in Career Trackers' 50-year vision. That brings the 2022 Career Trackers Gala Awards to an end. Thank you for joining us and for celebrating with us. But Before we go, we'll leave you with the recipients of the Academic Excellence Award. These are Gold Career Trackers Diaries, which are presented to all students who achieve a distinction average or higher. Students submit their academic transcript to their advisor, and Career Trackers determine the highest achievers. The top 8 performers will receive a $2,500 gift card. Here are this year's recipients of the Academic Excellence Award, and again, thank you for joining us.